day everything went hilariously wrong. It was supposed to be a normal Monday. You know, the kind of day where you wake up, drink your coffee, and hope nothing explodes before lunchtime. But for Kevin, an ordinary guy with an extraordinary talent for disaster, that Monday turned into a full-blown comedy show. Kevin woke up feeling unusually optimistic. Today, he said to himself in the mirror, nothing can go wrong. The mirror cracked slightly at the corner. It was a sign, but Kevin ignored it. After brushing his teeth with shaving cream because he wasn't wearing his glasses, he realized his morning smoothie smelled suspiciously like toothpaste. Minty fresh, he said proudly, trying to convince himself he hadn't just blended a disaster. He rushed out the door, coffee in hand, ready to conquer the world or at least survive his office job. But life, as usual, had other plans. The moment Kevin stepped outside, a bird flew by and dropped something unpleasant on his brand new white shirt. He froze. Oh, great, he sighed. Good luck from the sky. His neighbor, Mrs. Dawson, yelled across the street, "That means you'll have a wonderful day, dear." Kevin wasn't convinced. At the bus stop, Kevin realized he'd forgotten his wallet. He patted every pocket like a confused magician trying to pull a rabbit from thin air. Nothing. Just gum wrappers and a broken pen. Perfect, he mumbled. I'm officially a walletless adult. The bus arrived. Kevin gave the driver a desperate look. Sir, he pleaded, I lost my wallet, but I swear I'm not a criminal. The driver looked at him, sighed, and said, just sit down, buddy. Mondays hit hard. Kevin sat beside a man eating tuna straight from the can. The smell was powerful enough to erase memories. Kevin tried to breathe through his nose, regretted it, and switched to mouth breathing. When he finally arrived at the office, his coworker Lisa greeted him with her usual enthusiasm. Kevin, guess what? You're late again. Wow, Lisa, he said. You should work for the news, always breaking stories. He sat down at his desk, turned on his computer, and waited. Nothing happened. The screen stayed black. He pressed the power button again. Nothing. Then smoke started coming out of the monitor. It's fine, he whispered to himself. It's just special effects. By 10 a.m., Kevin had already spilled coffee on his keyboard, sent an email to his boss that began with Dear Mom, and accidentally printed 200 copies of a meme saying, I quit, instead of the company's quarterly report. The printer jammed halfway through, filling the office with the sound of mechanical suffering. At lunchtime, things didn't improve. Kevin went to the cafe downstairs and tried to order something healthy. One salad, please. The waiter looked confused. Sorry, sir, we're out of salad. Then I'll take a sandwich. Out of bread. Okay, what do you have? The waiter smiled. Ice cubes. So Kevin sat there, eating a cup of ice cubes like a sad penguin. When he returned to the office, his boss called him in. Kevin, Mr. Thompson said. Do you know why I called you here? Kevin shrugged. Is it because I accidentally sent you a cat meme instead of a financial report? Mr. Thompson sighed. That was actually quite funny, but no. You've been selected to represent the company at the client presentation today. Kevin blinked. Me? The guy who nearly destroyed the printer? Yes, Kevin. You're all we have left. Everyone else is sick. He took a deep breath. Okay, I can do this. The presentation began smoothly for the first 30 seconds. Then the projector froze. His PowerPoint started playing random karaoke lyrics, and his laser pointer caught fire. Literally, smoke again. The client stared in silence. Kevin panicked and tried to improvise. So, as you can see, he said, gesturing to the burning laser pointer, our ideas are on fire. The room went silent. Then one client burst out laughing. Then another. Soon, everyone was laughing, including Mr. Thompson. Somehow, Kevin had turned a disaster into the most entertaining presentation in company history. After the meeting, the boss patted him on the shoulder. Kevin, he said, smiling, you're either a genius or a walking accident. Either way, you just won us a new contract. Kevin walked home that evening feeling proud and a little confused. He had survived the world's worst Monday and turned it into a success story. When he reached his apartment, he finally relaxed, took off his shoes, and said, well, at least nothing else can go wrong. Then the ceiling light flickered, sparked, and went out completely. Kevin sighed. Classic. Part 2, the day everything got even crazier. The next morning, Kevin woke up with a new attitude. Yesterday was just bad luck, he told himself. Today is going to be perfect. He got out of bed, stretched, and immediately stepped on a Lego. Okay, he winced, hopping on one foot. Just a small test from the universe. After surviving the Lego attack, he made breakfast eggs, toast, and orange juice. He even double-checked to make sure he wasn't using shaving cream this time. See? He said proudly to his toaster. I'm improving. Then the toaster exploded. Tiny pieces of burnt bread shot out like confetti. Kevin blinked through the smoke. Okay, he muttered. Maybe the toaster just felt emotional today. A new hope and a weird cat. On his way to work, Kevin saw a small cat sitting on the sidewalk, staring at him like it knew his entire life story. Hey, little buddy, Kevin said. Having a better week than me? The cat meowed, jumped onto his shoulder, and refused to leave. Kevin sighed. Great, I have a cat now. I didn't even want a pet. I can barely take care of myself. He tried to drop it off at the animal shelter, but the receptionist gasped. Oh my goodness, that's Mr. Whiskerton. He belongs to our CEO. Kevin froze. Our CEO, as in my boss's boss? Yes, he's been missing for 2 weeks. Kevin couldn't believe it. So you're telling me I just found the CEO's cat? Exactly, you're a hero. Kevin smiled proudly. Wow, maybe my luck is finally changing. The hero returns, sort of. When Kevin arrived at work, everyone was clapping. His boss, Mr. Thompson, ran up to him. Kevin, you found Mr. Whiskerton. The CEO is thrilled. You're getting a bonus. Kevin blinked. A bonus? Yes, you're officially the employee of the month. Kevin nearly fainted. Me? The guy who set a laser pointer on fire? But it was true. They even hung his photo in the lobby, though. Unfortunately, someone had accidentally used his old high school yearbook picture where he had braces and a haircut shaped like a mushroom. Still, Kevin didn't care. He was on top of the world. For the first time ever, things were going his way. Until the CEO called. The VIP meeting. Kevin, said the deep voice on the phone, I want to thank you personally. Come to my mansion tonight for dinner. Kevin almost dropped the phone. Dinner? With you? Uh, sure, of course. That evening, he put on his best suit, which still smelled faintly of tuna from the bus incident. He took a taxi because the last time he used public transport, someone spilled orange juice on his lap and called it modern art. The mansion was enormous gold gates, fountains, a driveway longer than Kevin's entire neighborhood. When he entered, the CEO himself greeted him. Kevin, my boy, you saved my precious cat. Please make yourself at home. Kevin smiled nervously and sat down. The table was filled with expensive food, steak, lobster, and something that looked suspiciously alive. As the dinner went on, Kevin tried to act classy. He used the wrong fork 3 times, spilled water on the CEO's wife, and accidentally called her sir. But somehow everyone found him charming. By dessert, everyone was laughing. The CEO said, Kevin, you're a strange man, but you make people happy. We need more of that in this company. Kevin grinned. So, I'm not fired? The CEO laughed. Fired? My boy, you're getting promoted. The twist. The next day, Kevin walked into the office as a newly promoted manager. Everyone clapped again. Lisa gave him a cupcake that said, Congrats, Chaos King. Kevin laughed. I guess that's me, the King of Chaos. Just when he thought life couldn't surprise him anymore, Mr. Thompson ran into the office screaming, Everyone evacuate! Someone's toaster exploded in the break room. Kevin froze. He looked down at the floor, took a deep breath, and whispered, My toaster.